What's up, guys? Mr. Fetty here. Today's going to be another new LEGO set review, and it's on the LEGO Star Wars set, which is called The Mandalorian and Grogu's Speeder Bike, and this is part of the Mandalorian and Grogu wave of sets that are pretty much came out this year. So, set number is 75436, has 58 pieces, and is for ages 6 and up. Let's check out the box first. Here's the front of the box, which showcases the set in action, and here's that pretty nice the Mandalorian Grogu banner, since this is part of the Mandalorian and Grogu wave of sets. And here's the on the bottom right, which showcases which minifigures is included in this set. Here's the top, which showcases the actual size of the Mandalorian minifigure. Here's this side of the box. Here's the bottom, and the other side of the box, which showcases the two minifigures. And the back, which showcase more of the set, and a way to put Grogu and Mando's little blaster on the back of the speeder bike. And here's the instruction manual, which has a total of, hang on a sec, 38 pages to build, and there's also there goes advertisement for the other sets for the for the winter 2026 wave. Like there's so far there's only 3 Mandalorian Grogu sets, since there's gonna be more sometime around the spring season or in the summer season, since the rest of it pretty much showcase Clone Wars sets and a single The Force Awakens set, or the sequel trilogy set. And here's the win ad, which showcases the robot minifigure. Alright, so let's check out the minifigures first. Okay, here are the 2 minifigures that was included in the set. So first up is Grogu, and this is the same one that has been used in other Mandalorian sets, since it has the same printing by the front. Well, just only the front, since there's no back printing there. And yeah, it's just the same old Grogu minifigure. Still a cute little guy. So yeah. And as for Mando, he's somewhat the same vein as the the N1 Starfighter microfighter set I have already reviewed, and so and it's also been used in other Mandalorian sets. But unlike the 2 Mandalorian theme microfighter sets, this one actually has a cape, and yeah, and it's actually made out of paper, which is kind of interesting, since since in the show the Mandalorian always have this pretty trusty cape. And here's the back printing, and also he has the same good details as from the one I have already reviewed in a microfighter set, like the arm printing, so the front printing, and the legs. And also, yeah, I think this is the same face from the same face been used other Mandalorian sets for for Mando. So yeah, let's compare this Mandalorian minifigure to the other 2 I still have. Okay, here are the 3 Mandalorian minifigures I have. So this one, it's actually drastically different than these 2, because show one of them, the 2, I should say 2 of them. These 2 Mandalorian minifigures, since for this one it's a bit uglier because of the helmet printing, and it's a bit less detailed. Actually has these jetpack accessories, while this newer Mandalorian minifigure didn't have one, since yeah, even though he has a jetpack, but it's actually not included because it might be a little bit too complicated to put the jetpack below his cape. So yeah, so which one is the best? I think I'll go for this new one. So yeah, info is actually could be like can be possible to like put a jetpack on the newer Mandalorian minifigure. Info the cape might like hide it, which I think that could be true in the show, I guess. So yeah, and also you know, for the accessory for the Mandalorian, he has the his trusty little blaster, which it's been used like in every single Lego Star Wars set since it's been like pretty common to see these type of accessories. So yeah, so that's the minifigures that was included in the set. Let's check out the speeder bike itself. So here's the speeder bike, and yeah, this is pretty much like surprisingly minifigure scaled instead of like it being like oversized, like unlike other speeder bike vehicles and like other Lego Star Wars sets like the like the Bark Speeder that's a bit like kind of like too big for some reason. And since like I think the one for the 2024 Clone Trooper and Battle Droid battle pack I have already reviewed actually has like a nicely scaled speeder bike, and this one's kind of did pretty good since so since speeder bikes are supposedly this rather small but not big, and the details on this speeder bike is pretty good, like like the back of it, which has this little carrier for to put Grogu there, and there's also like these pieces like right there, and also the front of the speeder bike, which like it looks a little bit looks like it's been like used for years, but it still looks still function. So yeah, and also these two pieces kind of represents like a little turrets to like to shoot lasers out of it, and there's like a translucent piece which I think is like for like I think it's like someone like look like it's making like this part of the speeder bike floating. So yeah, and the way like put the the stuff by the back of the speeder bike is put Grogu here, which is nicely snug there, and this is pretty much the same piece that's been used like in for Peter B. Parker minifigure in the Across the Spider-Verse collectible minifigures wave of collectible minifigures, and you can like put a little blaster from Mando right there, and there's like a seat to put Mandalorian to driving the speeder bike. Even for it looks like he's like patrolling nothing, since these controls kind of are kind of like almost further away from him, which is kind of a little bit odd, but yeah. And yeah, this just makes me think this is legit meant to be like a Micro Fighter set until they kind of until they decided like for the last minute they just like make it like just a regular $10 set, which at this price is actually pretty good with like a pretty good Mandalorian minifigure and this nice looking speeder bike build. So yeah, and it's pretty fun to like swooshing it like in any directions to do with it. So yeah, and also it's gonna be good like to display it. So yeah. All right, so I'll just give out my final thoughts on this $10 set. So overall, this is actually a pretty good set, and for $10, this is actually a pretty a pretty good W for Lego to like finally release a Star Wars set that was like not like a gimmick set, but like just a regular set, and it's basically the which kind of has like just too many figures, and is a pretty nice build, which you can like I think it's like kind of like the best out of the $10 Mandalorian set, since this is like the actual set instead of like a gimmick set, since since yeah, this is pretty much like comment like Micro Fighter sets are pretty much done this year, since that means that we're gonna have like the smaller $10 sets, which I'll be fine with it, since they're kind of like have like have affordable minifigures for at this price, and it looks like this pretty nice build, even though it doesn't have any play features, since this is meant to be like a pretty fun swooshable vehicle to also display. So yeah. And as for the ranking on this set, I'll just give it, a really great 9 out of 10, since it's a really great $10 sets, which kind of deserve that ranking for, it's a 9 out of 10, since from what I said, because it's like a big W to finally have like just a normal $10 set for Lego Star Wars themed that wasn't like gimmick focus, which yeah, I kind of gonna miss those, since they're kind of like going for just regular sets, which you know I think this is like it's the best if they go for this direction for like future $10 Lego Star Wars sets. So yeah. All right, so I just hope you guys enjoy my review on the Lego Star Wars set, the Mandalorian and Grogu's speeder bike. So like and comment video and subscribe my content. So this is Mr. Freddy here, and I hope you have a very good day. So bye. Zoom.